18th or 19th century cameos. Unfortunately, I don't have any at this time, but I do have some very fine old jewelry if you'd care to... Oh, uh-huh. I understand. I see. I see. Well, I will be on the lookout for any cameos of that description. And you said you'd pay well? All right. I'll be sure to call you back if I find anything. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Hi.
Hello. See anything you like?
Oh, I'm just looking, thanks.
Take your time, dear. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Okay, thanks. Ma'am?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Adrienne Delaney. I just moved here from Boston. I was wondering if you could maybe tell me...
Did you say your name was Adrienne Delaney? You're not a writer, are you?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Oh, I just loved your mystery novel, Blue Moon Rising. I couldn't put it down for a week. Can I have your autograph?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. What's your next book about?
Oh, now you're going to have to wait for that to come out.
Oh, fiddle, I was afraid you'd say that. Well, what can I do for you, Adrienne?
Well, I was hoping maybe you could tell me something about the area.
Listen, I know everything that goes on around here. Like, I know you're the one who bought the old Carnavash estate. If you ever have any questions, I'm the one to ask.
Great. I'll do just that. Thanks,
Luann. Only, most folks call me Lou.
Okay. Thanks, Lou.
Anytime.
I have a question. Do you know anything about a very old man named Malcolm?
Malcolm Wormshadow? Do I ever. Talk about a strange old man. But I haven't seen him for months, though Ethel does come into town to buy groceries.
Who's Ethel?
Well, she's Malcolm's nurse, and also companion and housekeeper and whatever else. He's very old, you know. Almost 110.
110? Is that possible?
I told you he's strange. It's almost like he's immortal or something. Most people in town avoid him. They call him a witch, but I don't believe all their talk.
Well, I'd like to speak to Malcolm. I understand he used to live in my house as a child. With Carno?
That's true, he did, but I doubt if you can talk to him. He's like a hermit, very private.
I'd like to try. I have a lot to ask him.
No wonder you're a good writer. You have a lot of natural inquisitiveness. Well, to find him, he lives about a mile out of town, down a dirt track, on the other side of the bridge.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Sure.
I have a question.
Oh, hello. Can I help you?
I hate to bother you again, but I'm very curious about the old Carnavash estate. What can you tell me about the place?
That is an interesting place. How do you like living there?
I'm not sure yet. I think it's going to take a little getting used to.
Well, I don't envy you.
Now, why do you say that? You know, people act very strange when I tell them I bought the Carnavash estate.
It's no wonder. It's rumored to be haunted. Do you believe in ghosts?
Of course not. Why?
The ghost of Carno supposedly haunts the place. It's not even supposed to be safe to live there.
Well, has anybody ever been hurt? Or, God forbid, killed there?
I don't remember any deaths, but plenty of injuries. Over the years, the people who owned the place used to bring workmen in to fix things up, but invariably some bizarre accident would occur. One man had his arm chopped off, another man tumbled down a flight of stairs and broke his neck. He was paralyzed for life.
God, that's terrible. Well, maybe these men were just careless.
Well, maybe that could be. Even so, you be careful, all right?
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I just have a simple question.
Okay, ask away.
Well, I'm very curious. Has anybody at all lived in the Carnavash estate since Carno's death?
I'm really not sure. The Templeton family bought the place about 10 years after Carno's death. That would have been around, 1910. There was talk of turning it into a museum. Electricity was added, but because of a rash of injuries and bizarre events, it never came about.
But has anybody at all lived in the house before us?
I really don't think so. The Templetons never seemed to show any interest about the place. I think they were bothered by the reputation the estate had. Anyway, it just seemed to sit there and be handed down from father to son to grandson.
That's very interesting. Thanks.
No problem.
Lou?
Hi there.
Hi. I'm very curious about Carno. Wasn't he a world-renowned illusionist?
He sure was. Carno was in his prime in the 1880s and 90s. He traveled all over the world with an extravagant magic show. We probably wouldn't be very impressed by it today, but back then they sure were. But I've heard that his magic acts tend to be a bit on the darker side.
Yes, I've had that impression. But do you know what he was like as a man?
He was very secretive. I don't think anybody really knew Carno, not even his wives.
That brings up another good question. Exactly how many wives did he have?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was married 5 times, I think. All of them from the theater circuit. Most of them were in his magic show.
Why so many? What happened to them?
Goodness, you are full of questions, aren't you? Well, let me see. 2 or 3 of them died, and as for the others, I don't know. One thing about Carno, though, that has never been proven or disproven. It is rumored he was into the black arts.
That's very interesting.
Yes, isn't it?
Well, thanks for your time.
Sure, you're welcome.
Excuse me, Lou.
Oh, hello.
Sorry to bother you again, but I was wondering, do you know if Carno had a child?
Yes, he had a little girl, I think. Something happened to her, but I can't remember what. Why?
Oh, that's okay. I was just wondering.
All right. Have a nice day.
You too.